Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, especially if you're a Clemson fan. Look, if you ask any college football fan who they think is the greatest quarterback in Clemson football history, I think majority would say Trevor Lawrence. You'll have a few people say Deshaun Watson. You would have, I'm going to go with Deshaun Watson, and I'll tell you why. In terms of college football, not the NFL, when Deshaun was the starter, Clemson had talent, but they didn't have anywhere near the talent that they have now, or at least when Trevor was starting and playing really good at his best. And he still performed well. He still took them to two national championships, just like Trevor, and he went 1-1 in the national championship games, just like Trevor did. He did it with less talent around him, basically. He had Wayne Gallman as his running back, a good running back, but he didn't have Travis Etienne to help him. You know what I mean? So that helps him knowing that he was just as good, if not better. So that's why I think he's better. Number two, I think that Clemson's defense, again, it was good, but it wasn't anywhere near what Trevor Lawrence had in his back pocket to help him out in those games. So, yeah. Number three, people say he lost to Pittsburgh at home, but it wasn't him. Again, it was Clemson's defense that lost that game at home to Pittsburgh. So, yeah. Number four, the fact that he's never lost to Ohio State, Trevor Lawrence, I'm sorry, man. And I know it's not all Trevor's fault. I mean, they couldn't block for him in that game. And again, Clemson's defense got lit up like a Christmas tree in that game. But still, he lost to Ohio State, and Deshaun didn't. And again, when Deshaun Watson played good, and again, number five, stuttering. But Deshaun Watson played better defenses than Trevor Lawrence did most of his time there. Think about it. FSU's defense was pretty good back then. In 2014, when Watson was a freshman, 15, they were pretty darn good. I think they only gave up 30-plus points or more one time. It wasn't even to Clemson. It was to Houston in a bowl game when the season was pretty much over. Alabama's defense was actually was very dominant back then, unlike the time when Trevor lit them up. Ohio State's defense was pretty good that year. They scored touchdowns on people. And, yeah, Ohio State's defense got pick sixes and scooping scores off of fumbles and stuff. They forced turnovers. Deshaun Watson beat that defense up pretty good. Deshaun Watson played, what else? Oklahoma actually had a defense the time he played them, or was worth anything before Lincoln Riley got there as a head coach. I think Coach Stoops was still the coach back then, 2017, right? Okay. Anyways, and again, I just think that if you had to put both quarterbacks, and at the time Deshaun Watson was there, I think Deshaun Watson would do better. And the most important thing about playing a good defense is you don't get to pad your stats against a good defense. Trevor Lawrence never really played a real dominant defense until he played Ohio State the first time. And he did not do as well as he did in most other games. The 2020 Ohio State defense was good, like defensive front-wise, but it wasn't consistent, and he still lit them up. He had like 400-something passing yards, I think, in that game, but they lost. Again, not his fault entirely. But in terms of how both quarterbacks would handle pressure in their face, a good defensive front in front of them, Deshaun Watson would still play really well. He would still light up defenses. Let's be honest here, and I'll leave it with this. Do you guys think Trevor Lawrence would have beat Alabama when Alabama was in 2016? Alabama's defense, or do you think Deshaun Watson, since he already beat them, who do you think would have done better? I'll leave it at that. I'd go with Deshaun, but I'll let you guys figure that out on your own.